So we were talking in the break there, in between episodes, and Steve, you got a bone to pick with me, man?
I do.
You got a bone to pick? I figured I stopped you because I wanted you to put it out there on air. What's your beef, man?
Yeah, that's fine. Actually, now that you bring it up, I have two. So the first one is a travesty from last episode. Emily set me up for a hoo-ha joke, which was just a phenomenal alley-oop, and I broke the backboard on it with there's something fishy in the hoo-ha of the ship, which I also think was very relevant in context of our mechanophile discussion at the beginning of the episode. So not happy with you. Second, I thought you guys were supposed to be like a sci-fi podcast, but every single time we do roll call and everyone says, you say, "Hi, Griff. Hi. Hi, Emily. Hi." And you say, "Hi, Steve." And I say, "Hello there." You never come back with General Kenobi.
It hasn't happened once. I think it's because you don't do the fucking accent, Steve.
No, I just want it to happen naturally.
You just need to like, "Hello there."
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You gotta give me the context clues.
I've been doing it for like 10 episodes, and I'm so mad that it hasn't happened.
I didn't even know that was a thing, and it just, I'm sorry, went over
you've
my
never
head.
seen a movie.
I've seen Star Wars.
Sure you have.
Sure,
I have.
The prequels? Have you seen the prequels?
Not all of them.
Oh, there you go.
Problem right there.
Who is General Grievous?
That Six Arms cat.
4, but okay.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
He got 2 extra arms in his pants. I don't know. I'm making it up. But yeah, those are legit bones. You should have got an inspiration for that hoo-ha joke for sure.
You know, I was going to back you up with the joke and say that Tex and Zlonin actually cooked fish tacos for dinner.
I'll be fine with that.
That's not an MRE.
Yeah, but there's no fish on the ship, except for the weird fishiness that's going on. See, I'm trying to give it to you now. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm not going to give you an inspiration, but I will make it up to you by putting myself up on the bad joke.
Dude, that's worthless. Absolutely worthless.
It's like a Bitcoin, man. What are we supposed to do with that currency? It's
No,
like
You've been too stingy with these damn inspos.
I feel like I'm just.
He has 3 already. You know,
I've only got 1. I felt like I deserved one after last episode.
You guys know my strategy of pump it and dump it. All right. I amass inspirations and then dump them all in one important combat.
Yeah, that is your strategy.
That's a solid strategy.
Yeah. Well, how'd that work out for you, Cotton?
Poorly.
No. All right. Sure.
Take it away.
Was that a bold strategy?
Speaking of people I'm disappointed with,
Is that what
Adam,
that
what are
was?
you
A
drinking?
very loose interpretation of bold strategy, Cotton.
Probably something disappointing. Probably something none of us are going to be pleased with. And then we're all going to say, wow, yet again, add it to the grievance board.
That's what we're going to call it now. The General Grievous
The General
Board.
Grievous Board.
Yeah, General grievance board.
Things that I'm upset with Adam about.
Okay, well, there's 2 up there. I'll aim to fill that board up before it's all said and done. Griffin, to answer your question, I'm drinking a Terrapin Hopsecutioner as I'm killing myself with my jokes this evening.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're the hopsecutioner of your own fate. But speaking of people that deserve better, hey, Steve.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
What are you drinking?
My name's Steve. I play Matumbe and Sawyer Savarine on the Hideous Laughter podcast. Today, I am drinking a Hazy Little Thing IPA from Sierra Nevada. And then I'm moving over into Trader Joe's beers, because those are rough stuff. So I waited to the end of the night.
Well, speaking of rough stuff, hey, Heath, what you drinking, dude?
What's up, sugar? I am finishing a blueberry pomegranate Vizzy, but I've got a pineapple mango Vizzy on deck because that's the order that they come in the 12-pack.
You just got to take them out one by one.
Well, 3 by 3, but yeah.
Well, people getting taken out. Speaking of people getting taken out one by one. Hey, Emily.
There it is.
Doesn't have long, does she?
She's going to be fine. This is going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Yeah. What are you drinking?
I was inspired by last episode's Elysian Space Tiger shenanigans. I don't have Space Tiger, but I do have Elysian Space Dust. It's an IPA.
One of my
and it's
favorite
lovely.
beers. So good. I love it.
Well, speaking of the most likely character to snort space dust with me, what's up, Zach? What you drinking?
You know it, bro.
Debatable. Debatable.
I am. I'm still drinking on these Elysian Dayglow IPAs. So, right there with you, Em.
Cheers, son.
Cheers.
And
Nice.
speaking of cheers, I'm drinking a grapefruit Vive. So there were a couple Vives in the multi-pack that was down here. I mean, I'm looking down and I see a couple Coronas, and as I said before we recorded last episode, I'm not about them. I'm not about to start drinking them. Not on a Monday
Their
night.
last picks.
Not
Their
on a
last
Monday
picks.
night. They're not my first picks on a Monday night. That's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Respectable.
Well, yeah, I think that tonight we're just going to go in right into the game. We're not going to distract ourselves with.
Just raw dog that space hoo-ha.
We ended last episode there with you guys being woken up in the middle of the night to an alarm, so you did not get a full night's rest. However, I am going to need that save, Yuvari, against that radiation sickness.
With a +4.
With a
Plus
+4.
four.
With a +4. With a
Because
+4.
the good doctor is good. Okay. And it's going to be a what? Is that fortitude or?
It's a little fortitude, a little 40 fortitude.
Fortitude.
You're good.
Okay.
If you get a 40, you'd be great.
I didn't get a 40. I got an 11 on the die plus 3 is 14 plus the 4, 18.
You mathed. Good
I
job.
mathed on the fly. I'm proud of me.
That is one successful cure.
Thank God.
You've got 2 to go, and they got to be consecutive. But you got your first one, first of 3, and you don't go down a level, so it's still latent.
Baller.
So you're able to hop out of bed, no problem.
Spry as a spring chicken.
The other issue is that the kitchen's on fire, and that's not good.
Right.
I want to start with Heath, because Lonan came to your door and let you know what's going on.
Right. Yeah. I mean, obviously. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to help in whatever way I can. I mean, are there fire extinguishers on this ship? We did explore the whole ship, and we addressed that last episode.
Sure, of course. Why wouldn't there be? Yeah, I mean, it's code. You got to have a fire extinguisher on a ship.
Right. Because
Yeah,
gangsters always follow.
I was gonna say, I ain't never met a gangster that followed code, but that's
I mean, but they smoke big cigars. They definitely gonna have them. You know what I mean? Just in case.
in case you fall asleep with it in your mouth.
Does he have some
Right.
sort of
I love
fire
that.
suppressant ooze packed away in a crate
Oh, well,
somewhere?
you killed the ooze. Had you contained one of those, maybe you would have such a thing. But you
Should
don't.
have. Should have.
Okay, so I want to as quickly as possible. I mean, Zalonin comes banging at my door. The kitchen's on fire, and Tex hops into, let's fix this mode. And I mean, I don't how close is a fire extinguisher located?
So we'll say that there is one in the hall on your way out of your room, across the hall into the galley. So you can grab one as you run to the galley. You know, it's on your way. It's kind of set up in the hall
Okay.
behind the little glass panels. So you're gonna have to break it. So I'll need that strength check.
Can I ask Zalonin to do it instead? Like, I'm not the dude.
I'm just a mystic.
We'll both punch it at the same time.
Yeah, maybe if we time it exactly. Here we go. Ready?
Right.
3. Wait, do we do it on go or on 1?
It's 1, 2, 3, go.
All right, here we go. You count it.
1, 2, 3, go.
Boom.
Okay. Do I really need to roll a strength check?
No. You break it.
It's like, that's bullshit, Adam.
For some strange reason, the glass does not break.
Fuck you. Hey, just 1 second. I'm having to look something up because I have an idea.
Uh-oh. We all know what happens when Heath has an idea.
Do we?
Yeah. 20 minutes later.
No, okay. My idea was to summon a water elemental, and it has a
not a
vortex
bad
ability, but it's not. It doesn't inherently say the vortex is water, which I think is fucking stupid.
Well, you have to be by water to engage that vortex ability. That's the problem.
It's a water
okay, so-
elemental. It should create water.
Well, the small ones don't. However, you do have a fire extinguisher in hand.
Right. I mean, I run to the kitchen with him, and run. I mean, when I get to the door of the galley, what do I see? Do I need to roll a perception?
I
to
mean,
see a fucking
it's
inferno?
not. Yeah, it's not hard to see. So who all's Vin, you also were able to suss out what happened because you read the computer readout, right?
Correct.
So what are you doing?
Running to the galley.
All right, so you're there. Let's see, let me get you there. So you're at the galley. Zalonin's right there. Yavari, you wake up kind of like feeling a little headache, but you shake off and feel fine, and you jump out of bed. Or you don't really know what's going on. You could roll a computers check if you want, or you could just follow the sounds.
Computers 16.
So you're able to find out that the roof is on fire, so to speak. And Natasi, same.
Same thing, but I don't have computers, so I would just probably follow people.
Yeah, you maybe just poke your head out and see that everybody's kind of, grouping in the hall. And up out of the elevator, Zantos comes out of the elevator too. He says, What is going on here?
We got a fire in the galley. You come help us, or you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, of course. In text, what you see is that the whole left, so like you can kind of step into the first square.
Right.
And what you see is like the whole appliance side, the south side of the galley where the oven and the range is all just up in flames, and including the pantry. It's just like that whole wall is covered in flames. And you notice that the light fixture overhead is like out and pulled from the ceiling. And there's like live wires hanging down.
Okay, well, I mean, due to the immediacy of the circumstances, like, I want to try to use my fucking fire extinguisher and put out everything I can, particularly the pantry.
So I think there are actual rules for fire extinguishers.
Of course it is. It's Paizo.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, I feel like you should just be able to like knock this out, but I'm just going to look just to make sure. Standard action creates a 15-foot cone of misty vapor that swiftly extinguishes fire within its area of effect, which is, you have enough to basically put that out. So there's not even
the whole
just
fire or just the pantry.
Well, no, the whole fire, because it's a 15-foot cone. So if you were to stand like right on where it says 3 and aim it out, like it's the bottom 6 squares that are on fire.
Okay.
Hey, so Vin has a cantrip that's energy ray, and you can like choose an element.
It's water.
And like, one of those can be cold. Can I just start blasting? Anyway, I started blasting energy rays of cold at the fire.
I mean, sure, but like Tex is like, I've got this fire extinguisher here. And
I have the appropriate tool for the job.
Well,
but you come in blasting cold air, and it's like now it's a cold vapory mist in there, so it's not hot in the kitchen. That's for sure. You've cooled the temperature down and made sure that no smolderings can reignite. I'll give you that.
Nice.
Brought the temperature down enough that it's not just out, but it's done.
Okay, I just didn't know if like it was going to take multiple sprays or anything like that.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Together, you guys, Captain Planet, that shit, and air and water together.
That's awesome. The Captain Planet joke is so great because my 4 summons are all the 4 elements.
Right. So, you guys take a second to assess the damage taken 10 on your perception is fine, you know, and you see that most of the food has been destroyed. That there is a small cabinet, like directly to the west of you, Tex, that has like, it's like a crate of MREs, but like all the canned goods, all the chips, all the candy, all the seasonings, all of it gone, and it's just now like basically protein bars.
Great. That's great. Yeah.
Zantos comes in and he says, "Oh my God, the food. We're doomed. We're doomed. We're gonna all die here. What are we gonna do?"
I walk up to Zantos and I want to jump up and slap him in the face.
Oh, is this how it is? The military rising up against citizens.
How many fucking times do I have to tell you I'm not a goddamn soldier?
Is that not an SDF badge on your uniform, sir? You are indeed an SDF soldier, as you back.
I'm a freelancer. Shut the fuck up.
No,
Help me.
No, like to be clear, that you guys are all SDF soldiers. Like, there's no doubt. There's no doubt about that. You know, like.
Mr. Loachwurt, it will take you several days to starve. It will only take us a few days to get to Eutranius. We're going to have some
at this
difficulty.
point, correct?
One fucking day, you double lord.
One
Jesus.
day, then Jesus. It'll take us one day to get to Eutranius. My advice:
You don't miss too many
you'll
meals,
have to
do you,
deal
mate?
with it okay. No, he appears to be what I would consider medically a big boy.
That's the scientific term, eh?
Yuvari will pull out 2 R2Es and give it to Loachwurt and be like, "There, this should tide you over for a fucking day."
Zalonin, for his part, falls to his knees and he says, "No. Oh, that's beautiful ingredients. It's all gone. Hylax, why? No.
Jesus Christ.
Zalonin, literally,
Look.
you too. You could go a day without spice. Why is everything just the end of the world on this ship?
I'm sorry.
You survived a whole
myself.
swarm. We picked you out of a temple where you were just in a trance and everything was coming down on you, and you can't handle a couple days without spice.
No, you're right. I'm a monk. I eat rice every day. I don't know what I was thinking. This Loachwurt, he has a way of getting in your head.
Yeah, he's a fucking asshole. And I
I
look at
heard that.
Loachwurt. Yeah,
heard that.
I wanted you to hear it because I'm sick of your shit. All right, you keep saying that you'll help us out, but you keep trying to sabotage every fucking thing we're trying to do. Speaking of sabotage, I noticed when I came in this room and put the fire out and did everything I could to save your precious fucking 1 day worth of rations, that the goddamn light fixture up there is pulled down and sparking shit down. We need to investigate this fucking room. All right.
Now, excuse me, but aren't you the last 2 who were in this galley? Did you not cook dinner for us last night? Perhaps you left the oven on and it exploded.
Look, motherfucker, I am sick
Listen, now that
and
was
goddamn.
kind of
No, you don't
profanities on
listen to me. I'm a charisma
Ben
class.
walks up to Loachwurt and cast days.
Thank you so
Beautiful.
much.
Cast
Oh my
days.
God.
Beautiful.
What's the DC?
14.
This is falling
14.
apart,
Is
guys.
anybody around? Like,
I mean, Zalonin is.
Yuvari will throw out her wings to kind of like shield the door just so that nobody sees what's going on in here.
So
All right,
once
roll a
you,
bluff, Yuvari.
A bluff?
Yeah.
you don't have that.
I mean, it's untrained.
But you can still roll it.
10.
Yeah, that's 10? All right. That's a low DC. 10 was the DC that I set for that. But you did. And you successfully daze Zantos.
Shut the fuck up, mate, he says as he
It's
does.
for 6 seconds.
It's for 6 seconds.
As soon as you daze him, I turn to Sigurd and I'm like, "Can you restrain this man and put him somewhere where he's not going to be a danger to
Do you think
himself
that's
or to
being a little
anybody else?"
hasty?
We already dazed his ass.
All right,
Strain
fine.
his mouth.
Yeah, just shove a sock in his fucking mouth or
Things
something.
got restraints.
Does Sig do it?
Yeah, I mean, we're already in deep enough.
We in it now, folks. So you restrain Zantos. Do you gag him?
Yep.
Where do you put him? Let's just do a little bit of. I'll let you roll acrobatics or sleight of hand, whichever you're best at. We're talking about 6 seconds to restrain this dude.
Perfect. That's a 26, natural 19.
Nice.
All right, yeah, that'll get it. So very definitely with all your training of dealing with people who are in their feelings, you're able to you kind of zip tie him up real quick, and as he's about to shout, "What is the and you just gag him with a little bit of cloth.
I tie it a little tight. I know how to tie it kind of tight. I tie it a little tight.
Okay, you see, you tie it tight, and you see like a couple like sweat tears come out of his eyes. They're not like he's not like crying or anything, but like what I'm talking about when you get angry and hot and just like your eyes water, just right. For some moisture on your skin,
So since Vin was responsible for this, after Sig restrains him, Vin's just gonna lean in, kind of lean onto him and said, "All right then, mate. You see, we gave you plenty of chances, but you couldn't behave yourself. So now you're in timeout. You understand? I'll do it to you again. You think I'm scared? Adjust your attitude, mate, or you're gonna be there for a while."
And he just like stares daggers into you, but he stops, rustling against it. Meanwhile, Zalonin says,
"Yavari, what is happening? What are you doing?"
So quick, as soon as he asks that, Yavari would quick mind link to Tex and say, "We need to tell these people that he was frantic and hurting himself or something. Make it seem like we're not the bad guys." And then would kind of turn her head over her wings a little bit, still kind of keeping her body in the door. And just kind of, the fire's contained. It's fine, but
I'll message back mentally. It's like he was trying to incite hysteria.
Loachwurt, I think the fire, just sent him over the edge. He was going a little hysteric there. We had to restrain him. He was trying to incite hysteria. Like she just kind of like quotes the text. And she would sort of lower one wing so that he could kind of look in a little bit.
Zalonin looks at you as you're talking, locks eyes with you until you finish speaking, and then you lower your wing, and he looks over your wing, and he sees Zantos bound and gagged. And Zantos, you can all see that Zantos locks eyes with Zalonin, and he's got like pleading eyes as he looks at Zalonin. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't squirm. He just like all of a sudden his expression is like fully playing the victim, right? And
what a bitch.
And Zalonin says,
This is not the way of Hylax. You, Yavari, and you, Tex. You're supposed to be better. We've lost more than food today.
And he just turns and walks away from the scene.
I approach the bound Zantos and look up at his eyes, I guess. I'm like, "Look, man, and I know that we've tried everything we could to be amenable to you. And you keep fucking rabble-rousing. You're doing it. Alright? We're not gonna mistreat you. We're not gonna beat you up. We're not gonna space you. And you're lucky for that. But goddamn it, man, like, you are trying to impede on every fucking thing that we're doing, and we're trying to help you. So we're gonna put you, like my friend Vinny here said, in timeout for a little bit. Alright? And if you will chill out, Everything's fine.
At the mention of we're not going to space you, Sigurd kind of makes eyes at Vinny.
Vin just shrugs and kind of grins. He's
We fucking might.
Like, look, man. I don't know about the rest of y'all's alignments, but I have a sneaking suspicion that Uvari might be the quote nicest, and she's ready to space this motherfucker. So this ain't the crew
your
to
boy
fuck
Vin's
with.
chaotic neutral. I just hope you guys
Same.
caught that.
Same. I'm chaotic neutral too.
This motherfucker was getting lippy. It was time.
I'm just friendly because of charisma, you know.
I have an alignment that is incompatible with keeping him alive.
You're a doctor. Do no
Oh,
harm.
damn.
Like in a long-term sense or like a right now sense?
Well, that all depends.
Yes.
Depends on how this conversation goes.
Look, either way, you're in timeout, buddy. I'm sorry. I've tried to be amenable to you and do everything I could. We need to investigate this room for any tampering. All right?
Well,
I don't know why you're expecting him to respond. I tied that gag pretty fucking tight.
I'm not expecting him to respond. I'm telling him how it is.
truth be told, this might be the only time we're able to get a word in edgewise. So
Yeah, kind of like the quiet.
Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying the silence too, mate. I gotta admit.
well, before we get more onlookers, what are we gonna do with him? And can we go ahead and get a count on what food we actually have left? I mean, I've got a few R2Es that we can spare, you know. But again, like it's a day, right?
Yeah, as long as we don't go off course, we should be all right.
Yeah, and that would never happen because you know nothing's.
Oh, that reminds me.
wrong.
Vin runs off to the bridge to check the fucking.
Who else has engineering?
Yavari goes with him.
Okay. So no one.
For the room. For the room. For the light
Right.
fixture.
But for real, I need to check if the autopilot's
The
on
light
course.
fixer can stay there. Autopilot can fuck us up in a matter of minutes.
I'm
so-
trying to find out if somebody exploded this room on purpose.
Yeah, and we can come back to that.
Yeah,
she was
we'll
like, you
keep an eye
secure
on the
scene.
room. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the room until you guys come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense because like the wires isn't as time sensitive as the potential off course. So
Right.
you guys run up to the bridge. Let me get those piloting checks.
I have a +8. Is yours higher? Who wants
It's
to
plus
aid?
8.
Okay.
Plus 8. So
I'll aid you because my rolls have been garbage. Yeah, that for us. I still aid, but yeah.
Still an aid, yeah.
well, I got a natural 18. Wow. Plus 10 for a 28.
Okay, 28 is that's the highest you rolled.
Well, that's a
right?
30 with the aid.
No. I have
Oh.
a plus 8.
Beg pardon.
Gives me a 26.
Yeah.
Plus 2. 28.
Yeah. I mean, it was trying to take you off course again, and you were like on it, you know. And I will say, between that and Natasi's revelation and Yavari's gut instinct, there may not be ghosts in the undead sense on this starcraft, but there is something like in your starship. There's something like fucking your starship up from the inside out. You know, like this is not an external thing. You know, you can see that this has to be something on the ship, and this isn't like human
There's some
interaction.
kind of
you know, like
mechanophilia ghost in the
God.
machine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that
I
makes
think
that
that's
goes Patrick
100%
Swayze
accurate.
already.
Yeah. So as we course correct, Yavari's going to look at Vin and just say, listen, I'm just going to stay here and watch this situation. I don't know what's going on, but can you go back and help figure out what the fuck went on in the kitchen?
Oh, right, love, sure. You got your weapon on you, though?
Always.
All right. Okay, we'll see you. And he heads back to the kitchen.
A dragon kitten
one
is
last
never.
thing.
Oh wait.
As he heads out, Yavari would try and calm Zalonin. Wait, that's not it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. all I can think of is Usador.
Zalonin's in the kitchen, though. Is he?
No, he left. He walked away. He was disgruntled with
Oh,
us.
so where are you going?
I'm in the bridge.
Well, he didn't go to the bridge.
He didn't go to the bridge.
We're having logistical issues right now, guys.
So Vin and I went to the bridge to check the piloting situation. Yeah. Vin is now going back to the kitchen to help with the engineering.
Right?
While Yavari's still in the bridge, she wants to calm the bug man
you
and
wanna
ask
calm
him
him.
to join her.
Oh, I thought you said calm.
That's
No,
what I
like
thought
as
you
in
said,
call.
too.
Sorry.
That's what
I did
thought.
too. I did too.
My
I thought you
bad.
meant calm, like
So
chill
dang
him out.
southern.
It's thick, y'all. I'm 2 beers in. Shit's getting slippery. Sorry.
The hoo-ha of the universe. Wet as fuck.
Gross.
Well, I'm going to get another beer on that.
He couldn't even. He's just walking away.
I'm just like, all right then.
So, but you've got a plan.
I do have a plan.
That's good. I was hoping that somebody did.
So, I mean, we just, whether it was right or not, emotions ran high. And so Sigurd, as like with the Oni blood that he has, gets the ability to disguise self as a magical ability once per day. So he's going to take Loachwurt's comm unit, probably his jacket or whatever he's wearing.
It's gonna be real awkward when you take his pants off.
Yeah.
Loachwurt's fucking hung.
Why is he so mad? He's got a huge dick.
I don't know why you'd go commando running around the ship as pissed off as he is.
More proof that he's been fucking the hoo-ha of the universe.
Just some of that BDE, you know what I mean?
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Now, I'm assuming that we have a read on, like, where people are sleeping or what people, like, people have kind of, like, divided off into rooms, right?
Yeah, surely.
Yeah, right.
So he would know where Loachwurt stays, right? Presumably.
Loachwurt was staying in the observation deck with the rest of the
so they're not, like,
refugees.
sleeping in rooms?
There's like, let's see. Yeah, actually, Loachwurt and his cronies would be sleeping in one of the guest suites on the first floor.
But I would
of the
know he,
ship.
like, sleeps with a bunch of cronies.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you would.
Listen, guys, I can make myself look like him. Get the heat off us for a little while. Where should I go?
How
I could
long
just
can you
say I'm
maintain the
tired, not
facade?
feeling good. I could go somewhere.
The beat-off room.
So if I tell Loachwurt's cronies, I have a meeting with you guys, I guess.
With me.
Well, maybe it should be with me, so I don't have to be 2 places at once.
Oh. Except that you are. In a weird sense.
So if I do that, get the heat off, maybe even just in passing, tell Zalonin we worked it out, then you guys can stuff him in the captain's quarters till we land this sucker, so it won't be causing us any more issues.
Look, man, I don't like it, but I like it. You know what I mean?
I mean, we don't have many options. Someone's gonna go looking for him if we don't
Oh, you're right. right.
try and cover our bases. I mean, I'm not the
We're-
most charismatic guy. This is gonna be tough for me, but
How's your accent?
well, I do believe that I might make a passable Loachwurt, but That's just because I
you're
like
killing
to.
it. You're
I like
great.
to have
Oh,
it
that
all
was pretty
and sound
good,
like
mate.
an
I mean,
idiot.
yeah.
I'll give you an inspiration for that.
All right.
Griffin. That was
I
good.
picked it up in the prison. We had some prisoners with
We had some plantation owners.
God. Well, I wasn't gonna go there, Lord.
Well, that's where the accent comes from.
vapors.
It's fine. They were the prisoners. It's fine. You know,
There are
like,
no mint juleps in this prison.
Sigurd
Believe
has
I'm getting
invited me to the load room, the jerk-off room, to have several mint juleps and discuss how our groups could work together more kindly.
And I, for one, am going to get my loads worth.
He gets a call on his comm unit, and it's just me from my comm unit. Same guy right there, like, hey, you heading over here? Hey,
You're like a ventriloquist.
I'm waiting here. I'm too deep.
Oh my god.
Oh well, I must oblige this man.
I must away.
This is so
good day.
wild and ridiculous
Yeah,
that
like-
I'm about it. I'm fucking with it. We're we're a chaotic party. Fuck it.
clearly. Okay, so here's how we're going to process that. That was great. You're going to need to roll a bluff check against his cronies.
So is
okay?
it bluff
I'm
or
gonna give you-
disguise? Because
Well,
the disguise is
it's
what
two-
you get
it's-
the bonus from.
I think it's going to be two separate things, right?
All
Because like the disguise
Wait,
is
hold on. Before when he tells us the plan, I would like to cast Charming Veneer on him.
oh my god. Okay.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's all
What that
coming
mean?
together.
Yeah, what's charming veneer?
Okay. Target one creature. It's illusion. 10 minutes. Oh, this is a long goddamn thread.
We're going for it, dude. All right.
You pull. This is so fucking appropriate. At least the first sentence is. You pull gossamer threads from other more genteel realities, and wrap the target in them, smoothing the edges of their personality and accentuating their charms. The target gains a +1 circumstance bonus to charisma checks and charisma-based skill checks.
Wow, dude.
My lord, I
Additionally-
think you reached all the way over to Louisiana for this one.
Additionally, a creature affected by the spell can attempt a diplomacy check to gather information in only 10 minutes. Once an individual under the effects of Charming Veneer spell you cast has used this benefit to gather information in a specific settlement or local region, no target of Charming Veneer spell you cast can do so again for 24 hours. So you've got 10 minutes with a +1 to all your diplomacy, not charisma,
Charisma
related
stuff?
checks.
That's great. Because
That is awesome, dude.
disguise
Yeah.
is also a charisma check.
It's almost inspirational.
No, I'm definitely giving you inspiration for that. You know, like I almost don't want to give it to you because you fucking like stole it. Yeah. But you got it. You earned it.
Well, that's why we have the Grievous board, the General Grievous.
Oh, I get to go
Grievous.
on. I get to go on the General Grievous board. He steals my inspirations. Put it on the board.
Why like morph? Because I only have 10 minutes of this too, so I have 10 minutes of both things.
Okay.
So I morph quickly, hastily don Loachwurt's clothes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. His scientist robes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And head out towards where I know that he fraternizes with the general populace, and really I'm hustering and blustering the entire way down because I've had quite the morning, and well, something went wrong in the other room, but apparently it was handled. We'll see how good it was handled. But I do have some words I must say to Zalonin. I believe he misconstrued the situation that was in there. We figured out something amenable to both parties after he departed. So I'm heading to the observation deck, and I have.
Well, no. What? Aren't you going to his suite where his cronies are? Right.
Oh
Like-
yeah, but I so on my way I have his comm unit.
Right.
So, or I guess before I'm on my way, like right before I'm on my way, I'd be like, "Hey Vin, before I turn into this blowhard, is there anything you could do about this comm unit? If I could log on to it, it's going to be way more convincing."
Yeah.
Have you tried 1, 2, 3, 4 for the password?
He seems like that kind of asshole.
I just got a feeling, you know.
Roll a computers check. You know.
Okay. That's gonna be a 22.
It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, but it is 1, 1, 1, 1.
Tricky bastard.
Let me see if I can activate the
This one's
FaceTime
smart.
on here.
This one's smart. Okay, so yeah, that'll. So you got all sorts of bonuses going into this thing. All right, you've got your Oni bonus for your disguise. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a +2 on both checks for the comm unit.
All right.
For the diplomacy, I'll give you an inspiration that you have to use on the diplomacy, just because I like the idea.
Or is that the
+1.
bluff or the diplomacy for Zalona?
The bluff. I'm sorry, the
okay.
bluff. Yeah, right. The bluff.
Right.
For
You
the
get a-
speech.
You get a general +1 for all charisma related
Yep.
checks.
I'm aware of
So
that. I'm aware of that.
Yeah. So you got all sorts of bonuses.
So
on
for the
this, all right?
bluff with the comm unit and the I have an inspiration and I have the +1 from tech. So I'm rolling out a +3, but I have inspiration. You gave me an inspiration, which we'll see. We'll see after that bluff if I feel like using on the disguise, because I might.
All right. Well, you have to use this inspiration on one of the other,
Yep.
or it expires.
Yep,
You know
I'm
what I
aware,
mean? Like,
I'm aware.
All right, cool. All right.
Well, was that the one you gave me at the beginning of this, and you're just retroactively calling it the one that expires?
No, this is a bonus one.
Okay. So
Yeah,
yes,
all right. I love this plan. Like, I'm all about this. I think this is great.
So Sigurd gets noticeably less toned, flabbier, jowlier, sadder looking. He walks with
Keep going.
the
Keep going.
the characteristic hunch of Loachwurt.
I love
Penis
that he's
gets
turned
way
into
bigger.
He's turned into Quasimodo.
He just like he heads to the area that his cronies populate, looking for the actually he's looking for the guy that Sigurd was the only one that noticed him nudge so he's looking for that guy.
Kind of his number 2.
Yeah.
Right.
It's John Gotti.
So does he find him? I assume they're in that area. Well,
I feel like to set this up, like Tex kind of tails you down the hallway, then he hangs back as you make that little juke around the whack off room into where the guest court.
Just to cast it at the last possible second.
Yeah, and he just kind of winks at you, and finger guns.
Finger guns is how I cast it.
Yeah.
That's how I cast it.
It's like, all right, and boom, you go.
and fake Loachwurt just starts walking with a little more pep, like Spider-Man 3, Peter Parker.
No, that's too much. That's too much.
Tex is like
Cover's
dial
blown.
back, dial back.
Down that
Cover's blown, man.
Oh, must have been the heating unit in this place.
It's that
and you
toot that
open
I
the
did
door.
earlier.
I should not have done a toot this early in the morning.
Yeah, and you see Calvin. That's his name. You see
Calvin.
Yeah.
Calvin, my dear boy. The disturbance we had this morning was, well, you could tell it's those idiots trying to run the ship's fault. I saw it happen. But we got to talking, and they agreed to have a meeting with me. That tough member of their group, tough-looking red fella, he agreed to meet with me for a few mint juleps, and figure out how maybe we could have an accord, maybe how we could start running things around here. So I figured I might meet him in the in the hollow deck, and one drink might lead to a few. So I'd say whatever you boys had planned for today, well, feel free to do it without me. I'll await my return, but don't await it too hastily because who knows what may happen in there. It's a veritable garden.
I'm gonna go bang Sigurd real quick. Don't worry about it. I'm just about to go bang.
It's
Sigurd
a veritable garden of earthly delights in there, and we do have some time to kill, so don't bother with whatever may, with however long I may take.
Wow. All right, dude. So we got some rolls to make, Griffin. We got some rolls to make.
I'm so
All right,
confused about these
first one,
insinuations.
That means he's doing them right.
In true HDF style, there's some weird sexual energy going on here.
I apologize for the energy I'm giving off, but you know,
I have a bonus to my charisma.
everything in this ship is in a tizzy.
Once that
As
big
am I.
old started looking at me sideways, I got all frivolous and frisky.
All of this is canon.
Do believe I am getting a case of the terrible.
Like, just to be fair, this is like what Sig thinks charisma is.
Right.
Like, Sigurd is not charismatic.
You're
so this
killing
is him
it, though.
doing
I love it.
charismatic.
All right, the first thing we need, Griff, is the disguise check. Let's see how well you look the part.
I am gonna burn one of my inspirations on this.
Oh my god, I'm dying over here.
So
When I get to you training as the first place, I'm going to go as confession
that
for
first
my
roll,
sins.
that first roll is a 29.
Oh my gosh.
So I'll roll it again. I'll roll it again, see if I get a natural 20 since I did burn it.
The age at which I inherited
No,
my
I did not beat
plantation.
I did not beat the natural 18. So
No, inspirations are just a +2, man.
oh, it's just a,
solid
oh,
+2.
sorry. Then it was a 31. Sorry.
31.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That'll get it. You look the part of Mr. Loachwurt. No, like there's no doubt in Calvin's eyes when you step in. Now let's see if he's hearing what he's saying. Let's get that diplomacy.
Is it diplomacy or bluff? I gotta
Bluff.
know.
Sorry. Yes,
Okay.
sorry. Bluff. Thank you. Oh boy.
Okay. All right. All right. Oh baby. Okay, so I got the 1 from text. I got the 2 from the computer. And
right.
I got the 2 from the bonus,
Right.
the inspiration
Bonuses, bro.
I can
Yep.
only use on this. So I'm rolling this at a +5, but I got a 17 on the die,
Oh, it's on the die.
which goes
okay.
to a 22 with those bonuses. Come on.
You beat it by 1 point.
oh my god.
Lit.
Yeah, dude.
God.
All right, Zalonin. I mean, you know what's best. What should we do?
I mean, I say you all make the best of a situation. I can't imagine with me fraternizing. It's probably going to be a slow day.
Can I write my poetry?
I would be angry if you did not.
Will you read it this time?
I do declare you must share it with me after I've had several beverages.
All right, I need you to roll a separate bluff check.
God damn
on
it!
that.
You pushed your luck. You pushed your luck,
Pushed it
Griffin.
too far.
pushed it.
Fucking center.
Went too far.
So, and the rest of you cronies go and get extremely drunk.
Let's get that bluff check.
Damn it.
I'm with it. Doing it.
Fine. Feet fail me not. Okay, natural 16. So that's but it doesn't have the inspiration, so that's
It's got a +1 for
it's
sure.
got a +1, and I still assume I carry over the computer benefit, so it's a 19.
Okay. Calvin says, "You're not going to read it. You never do. It's fine. I write it for myself."
Well, I mean, Calvin, I'm sorry for how I've treated you. All right, you know it's been I'm must away. I'm getting a call from Sigurd right here, and Sigurd like beeps his communist. I must away. The juleps calling my name.
Oh my god! All right, yeah. I mean, you overall succeed in that scenario, and you bought you the day.
Fuck yeah!
That was
Nice,
fucking
dude.
awesome.
He just sits in there and fucking drinks. he tells you on the commune. It's just like, probably be for the best if I hung out in here.
This was all just a setup so that Sid could just sit around and drink all
So
day.
Lloyd,
Like,
what do you got on the menu?
Oh my gosh!
Hey, just lock a damn door, man. You only got 10 minutes.
Okay, so we have to do something with
shoves up
Loachwurt,
against the
right?
door.
You have to what?
We have to do something with Loachwurt, the actual Loachwurt.
Yeah, the plan was to put him in the captain's quarters.
All right.
But-
So are we gonna move? Are we gonna move him to the
yeah, but
captain's
it's
quarters?
like right across the hall. It's no
You've
problem.
already take his ass to my quarters.
Oh.
It's not like that.
Yavari would swing down from the bridge and pick him up because it's easier for her, I reckon. I just said, I reckon. Fuck you with your Loadsworth speak.
Well, I do declare, I don't think that's the way you should be talking to a man of such stature.
Of such genteel origins.
Oh, my God.
Well,
Go ahead, Zach.
when we get him sat down, Vinny just wants to just have a little heart to heart with him for just
All right.
just a brief moment.
All right.
You know,
Can I be there?
sure. Yeah. I mean, so
Sure.
I guess after you've already sits him down, you know,
She
Vin will
leaves.
Vin will just kind of squat down, and he'll pull his tactical survival knife out, and he'll just be kind of playing with it while he's talking to him.
Okay.
Says, "Oi, mate, you see, you was just causing something of a ruckus, and I don't care for your mutinous behavior. If it was left up to old Vinny, I'd just keelhaul you and be done with it. But fortunately for you, me hearties have something of a moral dilemma about spacing you. So, like I said, we're just gonna put you in a timeout, give you a sec to think about your attitude problem. But make no mistake," and he kind of points the knife at him when he does it. He says, "If you give us any more problems, mate, it's the gangplank for you, savvy?"
And he just kind of bites down on his gag and just stares at you and like roll a sense motive.
Okay.
You can roll it with a +2.
That's going to be a 17.
17. Yeah, I mean, he just stares at you steely-eyed. You know, he's gritting on the gag.
You know, mate, I don't think that you're taking me words to heart.
I'd like put a hand on Vinny's shoulder and say, all right now. All right. And I'd like look back at Loadsworth and just like very quietly say, I fucking tried, man. I fucking tried with you.
Okay.
All right, then.
We'll see you.
Yeah, we'll fucking see you, mate. Okay?
Okay. You didn't have anything
Enjoy your
else to
time
say
out.
when you say you fucking tried. That was it.
Yeah, well, that's my whole thing. Is like I've tried to be amenable to this dude for the entire time, and he's pushed back on me. I brought him a beer, tried to be cool with him, and he's shitting my fucking hand every time.
Gross.
It's
So
metaphor.
So as you're saying that, all of a sudden the lights flicker, and then they go out, like no power on the whole ship, and you know, like your little flashlights come up on your suits, right? And you see Zalonin, and he's not gritting anymore. And he's just looking at you.
Zalonin?
I'm sorry, Zantos.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Like,
Loachwurt.
what? Is he the bad guy?
Yeah,
We just got to go by his last name, man. I can't be switching between them zuz.
Loachwurt. and all of a sudden his expression it just kind of changes. You can see fear in his eyes. And it's like quiet. The power is off on your ship.
Are we just floating in space at this point then?
Yeah. Could be no gravity.
Sigurd's in the holodeck like, Lloyd! Where'd you go?
Would Yavari
Yeah.
have made it back to the bridge? She left as soon as she dropped him in Captain's room.
You could be in the bridge for sure. So let's see here. Let's put Yavari in the bridge. Let's
You guys hear my obnoxious neighbor? Just hang on.
No.
I can't.
Is it not coming up on the track? Good. Okay.
Is it 9 o'clock at night? He's revving his engine?
Yeah. He's revving it up.
Like a real winner.
I'm going to tell you. That's why we had to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's why it's on the show. Sigurd, where are you? Natasi, where are you?
I'm in the holodeck.
I would have been with the people and Loachwurt. I don't know exactly where that is on the map.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Sigurd?
The holodeck, or whatever we're calling it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're in there. Okay. Yeah. So power's out, and then you can suss out just kind of with your basic knowledge of ships that means the thrusters are down.
Oh yeah.
You're just drifting right now.
And the gravity's out? Are we floating right now?
Yes, and the gravity's out. You're floating.
Great. So
There's like a whole set of
I was gonna
rules
say
for
that's
that
not
shit.
just thrusters. That's like
No, the power. Like the power is everything shut off.
That's
You're
bad
like in a
times.
dead ship. You're in a dead ship.
okay, well, I suppose that the most prescient thing to do is to try to make my way to the engine room. Would it not be? I don't know any other way to get this thing online.
our comms still work though, right? I mean, they're
They're independent
Personal.
of the
Yes,
ship.
Yeah.
correct. That's correct. Yeah.
just make sure it wasn't some fucking EMP or something. As soon as the lights go out, Yavari would calm to Vin and just be like, Vinny, you.
Oh yeah, you think I don't see this too, love?
Well,
I'm
no,
working
probably
on it.
not.
Give me
It's
1
dark.
minute.
Everybody roll a perception check.
19 for old Sig.
Very cool. Very
For
cool.
what it's worth, I
just-
have dark vision.
My brand new Norse Foundry Fireball die just rolled their second natural 20.
I also rolled a 19.
Oh, I didn't
Put
roll a
that on the board
19.
there.
I'm at 19. I'm at a dirty 19.
Yeah, I got a dirty 19 as well.
Well, I rolled a 19. I got a
All right. So
I rolled a 14. I got a 24.
damn
so-
boy.
Everybody above a 22, you hear, kind of just like almost echoing through the intercoms of the ships. Like just kind of reverberating all throughout the ship.
I think I know what this is.
I'm 100% certain I know what
I
it is.
think I knew what this
Yeah.
was last episode. It didn't say
Yep.
anything.
Right.
Pretty sure we
Same.
talked about this on the Zone of
Oh,
Truth.
Pretty sure we
Exactly. We've
did.
had conversations on air.
You know,
Well, I have no idea.
why don't y'all finish your drinks?
Oh, come on.
Glitch Goblin. That's calling it now.
Yeah.
Rich Glenn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Gremlins.
Gremlin, you're right.
I think we got ourselves a Hopkins.
Oh, I bet you're right.